What's up, guys? I am so sorry. I didn't remember that I had scheduled the stream for 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I had it in my head today that we were starting at 3:30, so that's why I'm an hour and a half late, and I apologize for that. So I've got my audio going. I've got everything set up. Let's do our verse of the day, which is Proverbs 4:23, and it says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." So we have to be very careful about what we feed our inner self, because if we're constantly taking in negative things, for example, our mindset is eventually going to move to negative things, and our heart is going to grow weary. But if we focus the things that we intake to be positive, especially if it's God's word and we're fueling our soul and feeding our soul with that daily bread, and we're focusing our hearts on the joy of the Lord as we go about our daily life, then our mentality will also be full of joy, and everything we do will be joyous, and people will be able to see that light. It also helps with our mentality. I know as somebody who struggles with depression and anxiety, unfortunately, still to this day, after still taking, I've been on antidepressants for a while, which have been very helpful, I'm not going to lie, but I've also had moments where I'll get in a negative headspace, and my thoughts will start spiraling more and more into negative thoughts. So I've learned to break that cycle by starting to think of the positive things, like, okay, what good things have happened today? So just something to keep in mind as you go out through your life, because I know, especially when your thoughts spiral negatively, things can seem bleak and hopeless, but God doesn't want us to live like that. He wants us to rest in Him when we are struggling with our situation, or we're walking through the valley, so that He can take care of us and give us the strength and the rest that we need to go to that mountaintop and enjoy the blessings that He gives us. So just something to think about. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive into our gaming session. I should have already had this going. I apologize. Anyways, I haven't really done much off a stream in regards to Minecraft. I think I've gotten some of the things that we need for some of our builds. I hope I just didn't leak anything. I will have to check that later. If so, I'm going to edit this before it can be reviewed. Anyways, I haven't done anything much off a stream. Like I said, I think I've gathered some materials, but not a lot. So what we might do is use what materials we do have to work on Notre Dame. I did get some pictures and some facts. I didn't have time today to upload those pictures because I want you all to be able to see those and to see what I'm using as references. And we will get to the facts as soon as we get to Notre Dame, because there is something else I want to try. We gotta get rid of these zombies first. Okay, Sun took care of them. Sometimes creepers spawn though. Only one piece of rotten flesh? Nice. Okay. He was here when I logged off last time, so that's why he is out of inventory on the emeralds for that, or doesn't want to trade anymore. So one of my theories is in regards to our little guys here, right? So this little guy, and I probably need to name him. I think we tried a name a few streams ago, but I really didn't like that name, so it didn't stick. But my dad texted me. I need to text him back. This little guy seems to rust or oxidize fairly quickly compared to the ones we have over near Notre Dame. And I wonder if it's because this one has his chest out, but the others, we've taken their chests and put them somewhere else. So, what I want to do when we go over there is put those chests out next to the little pit that we have them in and see if maybe that helps the oxidization process to move faster. I don't think I've collected, aside from those three, I don't think I've collected a lot of tough. And see what all we have. I know I didn't go over to Notre Dame too much off a stream. I mainly focused on things around the blacksmith shop. I was trying to show off everything that we've done so far to one of my friends, and while I was doing that, somehow a creeper ended up spawning in Mother has texted me as well. So once we get to Notre Dame, I need to text my parents back. Anyways, I was filming everything, and when I got to the pier, somehow, or the docking area, the docks, somehow a creeper had spawned inside one of the little fisherman shack that sells, I think it was the one that sold clownfish. And I tried my hardest to kill it without blowing it up. Well, it blew up anyways. It destroyed the whole thing, unfortunately. So I may make that into a short to show you all. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But that was one of the things I did off stream, was rebuilding it, because unfortunately when a creeper blows up, some of the blocks that it explodes disappear. So I had to get everything back and rebuild it. Okay, so now that we're here, let's see. We have 3. Do we not have them all? Okay, well, we're just going to try this and see what happens. The last time I was over here, they hadn't oxidized at all. Oop. Hey! Well, Cracker Jacks. I'm not doing this right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, see, they haven't oxidized at all. So I'm going to put their chests over here. And maybe as the chests oxidize, they will oxidize. But I don't know, because we have, what, 6 in here? And we have 8. So I don't know where the other 5 chests went. Anyways, we're going to test it out and see what happens, because we really need to work on the front. So, in the meantime, I think we're going to fill up these gaps. I don't know how much tuff we have. There's 6. We have these tough bricks and some slabs. I don't know if we can do anything with the slabs that we want to do. Everything else is stone. We may take a lot of the stone back with us and work on the warehouse. So, scaffolding is something else we need in our inventory before we go up. So we'll take this. Let's see what else we have. Oh, here's some tuff. Where that's chiseled. We don't want that. Okay, we'll go ahead and turn this. We have more than I remember. Which is good. Alright. Let's see what we can get done here. I think we'll go ahead and do kind of a skeleton of sorts to figure out each section very well. I don't think I'm explaining this well, but it'll probably be easier to show than tell. Because we also need to fix this to come in. Like that one is doing. Okay. This one. Right. Yeah. And then we need to start taking this down. That's the wrong one. Okay. But that's alright. What we can do, because again we're just making kind of a skeleton and connecting these ridges, or these indents, however you want to call it. And then go ahead and do this. An indent there. So this will go this way. And technically we need to take this corner out. So actually we did it right. We just need to take that corner piece down there. In the meantime, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. We are only a few days away from Christmas, so hopefully you all have your shopping done. I know I do. One more. And I do plan on in the future, since I missed today and it's super late, I'm going to, okay, this has got to come in. I'm going to start setting it in my schedule. We need to pick a certain time. So I think we're going to stay with the 3:30. Okay. See if we can get down without completely dying. Haha! Parkour! Parkour! We're just gonna have to use the scaffolding to go back up. I'm gonna put this over here. And we'll go ahead. Let's see. We don't need one piece of tuff. We'll keep the rest in the inventory and put the cobblestone away. Somewhere. That's not that one. Here we go. Put that there. Okay. We need to go back up. This will also give us an idea of how far over we're going to need to put the towers. Because it's definitely going to have to go a little wider. Because it's going to have to connect, not really connect, but cover, kind of make a seam, if that makes sense. We're going to have to take the stone brick further towards the wall of the tower, but we can do that later. We just need to make sure we come over enough. So we probably need to go over to here. To make it even. Is this not even? No. in those middle parts again. Let's go ahead and bridge over so I can see exactly how far. Just by one. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to text my parents back. No! Well, that was idiotic of me. That was it. I got pieces up here. Ew. Okay. Well, I don't know why I thought that would... Okay, that works. Okay, before we go anywhere, why can't I eat? Oh, because I'm full. Duh. I'm going to text my parents. Sorry. My mind was focused on getting back with them, so I'm not thinking straight. Okie dokie. Put the chat back over here. I do have chat up, so if you all want to chat, let me know. I'm drinking some delicious honey ginger tea. Okay, we can take these with us. I do need to make some more armor when we get back to the blacksmith shop. I don't know. I don't think we need slabs at the moment. Okay. Now everything's back to where it should be. Try to finish this. Did I mess this whole side up? Yes, I did. Okay, and then this is one of the reasons why I wanted to kind of build the skeleton to make sure everything is level. Yeah, that's right. Because this is where the statue is going to go. Okay. Which means that's off one. I'm making all the mistakes, but at least it's early in the tower process. Oh, also, fun facts about Notre Dame. In 313, Emperor Constantine of the Roman Empire declared that Christianity was allowed to be practiced freely. So, real quick, because that fact was pulled from the book that I've been using. I think I told you all the name. I'll when I get a chance, I will tell you all the name of the book again. But for those who don't know, up until the time Constantine ruled, Christianity was illegal in the Roman Empire. So much so that Nero used to allow Christians to be hunted, and whatever Christians were, I did that wrong. Let's put this back. How is that wrong? That's not wrong. I had that right. Never mind. Just need to add this. Anyways, if you were discovered to be a Christian during Nero's reign, you would be arrested, and one of two things would happen. Either you were impaled as a way of execution, and your body was put on display throughout the city of Rome and set on fire, or you were taken to the Colosseum, where you would fight without your own weapon against gladiators and animals such as lions. It was called Nero's Circus, the events at the Colosseum. So, very dark times. And then Constantine's mother, it kind of got a little bit lax, like a little less violent in the Roman Empire by the time Constantine became ruler. His mother was actually a Christian, and she prayed a lot for him. Well, when he went into battle one day, a battle was approaching, and they knew it was coming. And she encouraged him to pray and ask God to help him find a way to win this battle and come out alive. So he's like, you know what? Let's just try it. The Roman gods haven't been really listening to me, so he did that. And that night he received a dream, who he believed came from Christ, that told him he needed to put the Roman symbol of Christ on all the shields of the men in his army. If he did that, then he would win the battle. So the next morning when he woke up, he had all the men put that symbol on their shields, and they ended up winning a battle that before that occasion had seemed impossible. So after that, because of what had happened, Constantine made Christianity legal to be practiced within the Roman Empire. Constantine really didn't convert himself to Christianity, even though I think some Catholics think that he's a saint because of what he did. I might be wrong about that. I don't know a lot about Catholicism. I just know that they talk a lot about Constantine. It's a skelly. It is a skelly, isn't it? It's two skellies. Let's just no! Okay, that kind of backfired. So anyways, all that happened. I don't know if I can hit this. We're gonna try. Ha-ha! Did he fall? Or is he on the ledge? I think he fell. Sweet. Did you see that arc? Beautiful. Anyways, so that's how Christianity became able to be practiced freely within the Roman Empire. After Constantine allowed it, that's when a lot of the churches started purchasing buildings to host services in. Before that, it was just house churches, and they would take turns meeting in each other's houses. So during this time, it was recognized as an official religion in the Paris region at the end of the century. No sooner had it been announced that the church, of course, set about organizing itself and building up their own buildings. The church community grew, and each had a civitas as the head of the community, or each civitas, which was a Christian community, was headed by a bishop. Civitas also stands for city-state. And then I marked the second paragraph on a page to read to you all. We will do that in a minute. But that's a little fun fact for now. Let me rethink what we're doing here. We can go ahead and build this one up. One of the things I want to do, and I probably already mentioned this, is get the Wizard's Tower going so that we can put the enchantment table in there. I am collecting some books. So speaking of books, one of the things that I tried to do off stream was make what books I could out of the supplies that we already had, and we had tons of sugarcane, like 4 or 5 stacks, right? Yeah. So 2 of them, thankfully, were in the farmer's chests, because I took all the sugarcane that we had next to the blacksmith and tried to make books. But in my mind, in order to make paper, we had to convert the sugarcane into sugar. So I converted all the sugarcane that I had around the blacksmith shop into sugar. And then I went into the crafting table to try to make paper, and it's like, you don't need sugar, you just need sugar cane to make the paper. And I'm like, I just wasted all that sugar cane. So we have less than what I wanted, but we do have some books. I took what was in the farmer's chest to make what books we could for now. Yeah, eventually that's going to be for the bookcases that we need in order to make the there's another skelly. Whoops. Did he fall? He did not. Okay. Anyways. Okay. At least that is accurate. We just need to finish the top there. Did I? That's right. I remember. We need to take this part down and go up. Wrong tool. Alrighty. I think we're done with this side for now. I am very grateful I went and made scaffolding because it is so much easier than using the dirt shovel process. Okay. Let's check on our little statues. They haven't oxidized any. I keep checking them. I think I'm getting impatient. Okay, so we already got one tower going. We can go ahead and do this side now. And we need to take this out, but go all the way. Two past. I'm just double checking everything. 2 on each side of the stone. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, okay? And then we just need to go up. Are we missing tough anywhere? I don't think we are. I think we collected all that was dropped. I'll double check. There's none out here. None out here. I see scaffolding that we've missed. We're out of bricks. That's okay. We're gonna put the scaffolding in here. And all of this. Alright. So, I'm gonna leave the birch here. And that. And the sticks. So what we need is we need to take all the stone back with us. So we'll go ahead and collect all of this. Let me double check to see if there's anything in here we might want to take with us. I guess the coal and some copper. Yeah. We'll go ahead and take this so we can get it cooking. And hopefully that'll be enough. I didn't save room for lead. Let's just pop this in there. That'll be fine. Whoop. This first, and then this. Alright. Frank, it's time to go home. To do with the warehouse is set it up to where we can utilize the copper golems to organize everything. So I know how to use kind of a filtering process to make sure that they put things away where they should be. I'm going to try to avoid using redstone in this build because I don't have a lot of experience with redstone. And I know it's just going to take a lot longer to figure all that out. So I understand how the copper golems work, I think, enough to build this. We're just going to focus on that. Let me double check something real quick. Because I think I put some supplies away for the Wizard's Tower as well. Let me double check this real quick. Because we get, okay, I did not. That's okay. I was going to say, if we get the warehouse done during the stream, we may be able to go ahead and start the foundation for the Wizard's Tower, but I don't know if that's going to be feasible. Because I absolutely have to end at 5:30. Alright, Frank. You can stay there. We need to put... there's no room in there. I guess we'll put it here for now. And we'll keep the rest of the stuff in our inventory. Put that in there. Put the coal there. I wish the flint and steel would stack. We need to take the lapis up to the Wizard's Tower area. Okay, so as I said before, I have an idea for how this warehouse needs to look. It isn't until I think the second or third floor that there's wood. So I'm still using the inspiration of the half timber builds. What we're going to do is move Frank over here, because what we need is to build. So I think I mentioned it last time. This little house connects to this one with like a little bridge on the top floor. And you're supposed to be... What happened to my lead? Frank? Oh no. Frank. Buddy. Where did my lead go? Oh, it's right here. Anyways. You're supposed to be able to ride your horse underneath. So we need to... What in the world is going on here? I'm not dealing with you anymore, Frank. Let's do this way. I don't know why you're being stubborn. Are you chewing through your lead? Is that what you're doing? Okay. So what we need to do is hop on Frank. Stand right here, and then build up. Okay, so we need 3 high, and then we can start going inward. So this and this, and then we take that, and that should be enough. Let's sleep real quick. Did we name the potter? I know we gave the farmer the name Simple Sam. I don't know if we named Potter. We did not. And actually, it's perfect because I want to move this. To here. Let's call him Pete the Potter. That'll work. Okay. Excuse me. What happened? It doesn't like that. Why doesn't it like that? Okay, let's change his name to Steven the Ceramics. I spelled that wrong. Ceramics guy. Why is this not working? Hello? Okay, we'll just go back to pottery peat. Let's try that. That works. That's weird. Pottery peat. Okay, whatever. Anyways, we have our the height that we need to go. I know Frank is going to get annoyed if he stays there, so we're going to move him back out of the way. Okay, so the warehouse could probably just go up 2 floors. That'll be fine. I kind of want it to cave in just a little bit. So we don't need this to be very big. So I think about there. And then we'll put slabs in between. Actually, let's leave the slabs off. I don't like it. We're gonna try something else. Because this has to have a floor anyways. So it might look better with wood going across it. Don't have any wood on me, so we'll get to that in a minute. No! I had the wrong thing in hand. care of that side. Just gotta build this side up. I did have wood in here because I want to use spruce for the outside with the quartz, which means we probably need more quartz. And you know how fun that is to collect. Okay, so the building that I've seen, and I don't know how well I'm going to like it, has part of this building wooden. Like the whole top of this building is wooden, but only part of this is. Okay, dark oak logs, spruce, and mangrove. We do not need any of those, but thank you. I don't think that's enough. think I'm gonna go over the door, maybe? Let me look at the picture I was looking at. And all I did was look up half-timbered buildings on Pinterest. And then I saved it on a Minecraft board. Let's see. Okay, I found one that I kind of like better. It's the same kind of principle. We just add more wood. Yeah, I think I'll go with that one. And go back to it. Okay. The image that I'm using though is 3 stories. We're not going to do that. We're going to keep it at 2 stories with an attic on this side. To do this well though, we may have to take the stables out. I think taking the stables out is fine. Because again, we have the farmer's house right next door, so it'll be fine. I was a little on the fence about the stables anyways. Do I have dirt on me? I do not. We'll put that in a minute. Well, hello, sir. Welcome to the overworld. Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna have to move the door over by 1. Okay. And then, is it 1? Yeah, 1 will be fine. And then above the door, whoops, wrong tool. Above the door is just stone. And then over here will be more wood. So we're going to need some more spruce. So we went too wide. I'm just trying to make sure that this is enough. Okay, to make this easier on us, right? There's a window here that I would say is 3 wide. And then this There's another window over here that's 3 wide. But it has smaller space. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Actually, that might work. 1, 2, 3. This door. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it that way. Three. And then this is gonna have to be wood. That should work. So 3 wide, 3 wide, stone. Why does that? Oh, it's 4 wide. Two, 3. Yeah, 3, and then wood. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot better than what I had in mind, because I was not sure how I was going to do or how it was going to look, the combination that I had in mind. So it's a lot better. Okay. I wonder if I have any more scaffolding left over here. Oh, we can put the emeralds away. We only have 2 pieces of bamboo. No more scaffolding. That's okay. Hello, kitty. She didn't bring us anything this time, but that's alright. Okay. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is use quartz. We can make a frame, but we still need to use the quartz. We could try something a little different. Nah. Okay. The quartz has to be tall enough. See, this is going to be the floor, right? Whoops. You'd think I've learned by now. No. And then there's one small window in the center. And we're going to make the window too high. I think that would be beautiful. Now if we put the floor in, it's going to be a little bit tall. So what I'm thinking is putting the floor above the dirt and then just having a step going up to a stair up to the door. I think that would be cute. Oh, we already have stairs on us. I want to make the floor out of oak. I think we used oak for the floor in the inn, so that works. And we probably need to stop and get some torches to light this up before things start spawning. So let's grab some of those real quick. We don't have any there. There's some, and then we'll grab some oak. What kind of wood do we want? I really like the spruce. Go with the spruce. That'll be fine. Spruce doors have been working really well with these builds. There's 4. Haha. So don't have to keep going back and forth. Just bring this with us. And put it right here. Alright. I haven't decided yet where I want the stairs, but we need to go ahead and put them in so that we can go to the top. I'm thinking right around here. No, let's do it on this side. go, hopefully this works. Wrong tool. That's there. That'll work. Yeah. Okay. And that should be tall enough for the door. Okay. We're definitely going to have to get some more quartz. Actually, we might be able to make white concrete. We have lots of gravel. I don't know how it's going to look though. I'm gonna put the door in here. And then we kind of need some spruce slabs. Do we have them already? Yes. Okay. Put that there, there. That's not right. Move these up. Here and here, because once we put the lantern on, it needs to hang down from there. Okay. Let's try to make, well, we still have a lot of stuff in our inventory. Let's go ahead and do kind of a, whatchamacallit? Skeleton of the building. Okay, there, and then this is going to go up. This is going to have yeah. It's going to have the same level floors. So from here, I'll just start with this one. That's level. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Ah, went back up the stairs. That's not what I wanted. Whee! Okay, give me just a second. I'm going to turn the lights on and oh yeah, get the book for Notre Dame. Okay. So, there was some information from the book that I wanted to share directly. Where did it go? There it is. And we need page 13. So again, this book is called Notre Dame de Paris by Alan Arland Brandenburg. And the pictures are by Carolyn Rose. Page 13. Okay. Another development that Another development was the urban upheaval provoked by barbarian invasions. At the time, the cities were open, extended in area, and adorned with beautiful public buildings. Violation of the limes by the barbarians necessitated defensive measures. In 396, Rome decreed the construction of thick walls to protect these settlements. The effects of this double phenomenon were mixed. First, there was a reduction of urban territory. Not all the city could be enclosed, for this would have entailed a project of gigantic proportions. Engineers were dispatched to define the parcel to be defended and establish its perimeter. Subsequently, the bishop was established within this territory and provided with the buildings indispensable for worship. The resulting new city would be forever marked by these developments, as would Christianity itself. Overall, Paris adhered to the same model as other cities in Gaul, but it acquired special features due to changes in its status as the 4th century progressed. Initially a simple city, it was promoted first to a garrison town, then to nothing less than an imperial residence. So like I said before, Paris started off as this little village on the island that Notre Dame sits on. So to see it, to realize or to learn that it started off as this little village on that island and then became the massive city that it is, it fascinates me. But yeah, what else do I have? Construction of the defensive walls mentioned in those paragraphs caused the village of Paris to shrink until it only inhabited the island. So the village was a little spread out until they started getting attacked by the barbarians. So they put up these defensive walls, and people started moving inside the walls, which caused the village area to shrink to that island. And they only inhabited the island and remained thus until the 12th century. Sometime between 340 and 362, the front half of the cathedral was built. By 362, according to reports, it still went by the name given to it at its completion, which was Ecclesiastia Parisiaca. I probably butchered the crap out of that. There is a famous poem by Fortunatus called De Ecclesiastia Parisiaca, written in 567 AD, that talks about the cathedral. They didn't name buildings and dedicate them to the saints until later. Notre Dame means Our Lady in French, meaning the building was dedicated to Jesus' mother Mary, and that wasn't given the name until later. I think I wrote that down somewhere. We'll keep going and it'll come up. The original building consisted of 3 structures: a baptistry, cathedral, and a charity hospital for the poor. Paris, when it was only a village, used to be called Lutetia, and the island they established themselves on, with some infilling to connect the few islands in the river to make the large one that they built upon, was only 18 acres, which seemed relatively small for me, but the population was probably small back then as well. Anyways, by 508, the barbarian king Clovis would conquer most of the area and select Paris as his capital. In the 7th century, the cathedral was dedicated to St. Stephen. Then in the 9th century, Mary's name was added to the dedication with Stephen. By the 10th century, Stephen's name was dropped altogether, and it remained named Notre Dame until present day, where it still holds the name. So that's how Notre Dame and parts of Paris developed over the years. I'm going to continue to give you all some facts if you all enjoy them. If you don't, please let me know. If it's boring to learn all this, then I will stop and we'll just play Minecraft. But yeah, I find it interesting, but I'm also a little bit nerdy, so I know history isn't everybody's cup of tea. We're gonna take these down. Is he new? I don't know if he's new. We're gonna have to check. I should probably count these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Alright. I'm just going to keep breaking my toes here. Sir, are you new? You're not new. Go away. Okay. Now that we have the framework, that is not what I wanted. Let's pop these back in here. We can go ahead and get the floor established. And then we'll make some gravel. Yeah, because I want this one to feel bigger, so we're going to make the floor lower. Now I know each copper golem can organize up to 10 chests. So what I'm thinking, and this might make the whole process even more complicated than it should be. But I'm thinking of something like having 1 golem per 10 chests. And in the assigned, like the copper chests that they come with, dump those items into that to get them to organize them. Because I know with some people who deal with redstone, you know how all that works. What they do is they set it up to where a lot of copper golems organize everything, and they can just dump in their shulker box or just their whole inventory into one chest, and all the copper golems organize all of it. They don't have to separate their inventory. We're probably going to have to separate our inventory because, like I said, I don't know redstone very well. And the processes that I've seen them do, it's not fleshed out completely as a tutorial. We still have time. So I don't fully understand it, and it's something I'm going to have to play with, and I think I will do that off stream, so I don't bore you all. We only have 30 minutes left. Feels like the stream has gone by very quickly. have some updates for Palia. So I will discuss that with you all tomorrow. Palia recently, or the Singularity 6, which is the gaming company that designed and released. Okay, so real quick, I will share this. I learned from one of the creators of the game at Singularity 6 who did this video, right, to update everybody on the things that they're going to release. I think they already released it, but the way he pronounced it was Palia, as in pale, and I've always called it Palia because I was thinking it was pal. Apparently that's wrong. So I'm going to start calling it Palia. But anyways, there are other updates that they are releasing. A lot of it is Christmas related or winter related. But I'm excited for what they have and what they're going to release. So I'm going to share all that tomorrow during our Palia stream. Surely by then we will have the updates already loaded, because I think it came out today. So I'm going to make sure to boot up the game early before stream so that it will be fully updated by the time we get to it. Alright. We're going to pop a few more torches in here just to be on the safe side. Alright, let's try. We still have 30 minutes. Here we have this. We'll probably need some white dye. Oh, that's light gray dye. Let me check the crafting table. I've actually never made concrete before in Minecraft, so why did I think I needed more leather? We were making something out of leather that costs a lot. Does anybody remember? It wasn't item frames. There was something else. Okay. White terracotta, white wool. I guess white concrete powder. And then we had to take the concrete powder to make concrete, right? What is this? A white harness? Oh, that's for the ghast. Okay. A white shulker box, which we don't have shulker shells. That's a tongue twister. Okay, sand and white dye. That's what I thought. I thought we needed white dye. I didn't know about the sand. We have sands though. I don't remember how to make white dye. It's not with the pottery stuff. Red chest, redstone. Wait. Okay. White dye, white dye. What flour do we need for white dye? Oh, just bone meal. Okay, we can do that. See all the sugar that I made? We have sugar for days. We can make so many pies. I think I put all the bone stuff with the farmer. I did do a little organization off the stream to be a little more prepared for this. We have tons of bone meal. I don't know how much. Okay, let's just try it a little bit because I don't know how this is going to turn out looking. I know we're going to have to add some water to kind of solidify it and not have a few spots of pixels standing out. So let's make white dye. Oh, we can just do that. What was the point of the white dye? Let's just do this. Okay, I'm confused. Whatever, let's just make all of it. One dye can make that many. Interesting. That does make sense, but okay. Oh, it just made one stack. That's what, okay. Duh. We need water now. And I'm hoping I can just plop this in there and it'll do its thing. I might be wrong though. Haha. And we use this. Yes. Okay, this might be the way to go. Instead of trying to dig up quartz, we'll just leave the inn as being the fancy of the two, because surely the inn makes more money than the warehouse. But then again, the warehouse should have been built by the government, so I don't know. We may replace it later with quartz and use the white concrete on something else. Or we might just replace all the quartz with white concrete. I don't know. But let's see how this looks. Let's take this out. I think that would look better. Why do I have so much? Why? Where did? Oh. Because we put the floor in the other building. Duh. We missed a step. This needs to go up. Okay. So we're going to replace all of that with like concrete. Because it looks more like the wood grains on the half timber buildings than the quartz does. I would like to sleep, please. Pretty please, with the cherry on top. Thank you. I came over here. We have a crafting table over there. We gotta come over here anyways, though, to get water. We're gonna try this stack and see if that'll be enough. It probably won't, but it won't hurt to try. Realized we didn't save room on that side for a window anyways. Okay. And one narrow window here. Okay. I guess we'll leave it like that. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Because I'm thinking about, we'll probably end up putting flower boxes out here as well. And if they're too close together, we won't be able to use the trapdoors on the inside. Okay. I need to take this down. Yeah. Stupid keyboard. Believe we already ran out. Okay. We need to get some more. And this stack is not going to cut it for the other building. I already know. I still don't understand why we can't hop those fences. Again, stupid keyboard. Stop. Don't get me wrong, I like... why is there a hole? What is going on here? I don't know what's going on here. Anyways, I like my keyboard for typing because of the noise it makes, but for gaming it is not ideal. already... Yes, all of it. Once our buddy oxidizes over here, I'm going to go check on our other ones. Hopefully it won't take very long. Okay. It's done. Let's add a window here. Okay. We ran out. No. Stone. Okay. Let's see. What do we need? We have some bone meal. Gravel. Sand. And I have 33 sand left. I'm gonna go ahead and take all these bones and turn them into bone meal real quick. That's a lot of bone meal. And then white powder concrete. And maybe some will get us to where we need to be. I wish I could remember what we needed leather for. Excited about later tonight because I've been wanting to try to make my own bread, and I finally bought some yeast today to do that. So we're going to try it and see what happens. I think I have everything else. There's still like a handful of groceries I still need to pick up at a different store, but I should have everything by the time I get home and get ready to make bread. So I'm a little excited. Supposedly it's better than buying store-bought bread, especially here in America, because there's so much that goes into American sliced bread that one of the reasons why people who have gluten issues in America can eat bread in other countries because of the crap we put in our bread. I'm not allergic to gluten by any means. However, if that is the case, then I'm a little concerned about what's in our store-bought bread. Yes, it'll do in a pinch, and I wouldn't mind eating it now and then, but it's kind of like McDonald's, right? I will eat McDonald's in a pinch, but I'm not going to have it every day. So I kind of just want to, one of my goals for next year is to live healthier, and if I can do this, if I can make my own bread, I think that would be a good step towards that. Alright. We'll go ahead and do the sides. And the top. So we can get an idea of where we want the windows. I know there's a small window here. And then a large window here. This, of course, is going to have to go up. Do it that way. No. Uh-oh. I almost fell off. And we're out again. We need more sand. That's the main thing. So we already have one in our inventory. We have where to go? What am I looking for? Gravel. We have 32 gravel. We already have one piece of sand, so we need 31 pieces of sand to match our gravel quantity. And we have enough bone meal to turn those 32 into concrete powder. I'm actually going to take sand from the other shore. Give me the boat. Thank you. Did I not collect the lead? Hello? I don't want to ruin our shores. I'm just going to go ahead and take this that's above the water, and whatever's left will go into the glassmaker's chest, whose house we should probably build as well. we're over here anyways. We're just going to use this crafting table that I left over here. Because this area, of course, isn't done. I still want to add some shops over here. And make our white concrete powder. We may go over a little bit on stream, but that's okay. Hello, sir. Would you like to battle? Hi. I guess not. You stay away from me, I will stay away from you, and we can live in peace. A zombie appear next to Frank. Okay, maybe I was seeing things. Works for me. Okay. More stone and finish the walls. I think I'm going to switch out our stairs for spruce stairs because I want them to stick out. We have spruce stairs on. life in the wall this time. That should be enough. Oh yeah, this is taller. Apparently light seeps through stairs. That's good to know. Alright, let me get another set of stairs. We'll probably make 2 sets because I want to make this a double. Whoa. Sir, you're being dramatic. Okay. We hit our head here. We don't, okay, we didn't finish this wall. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have 6 on both sides. Because again, if we're going to put fireboxes, this thing isn't going to put. Okay, we're going to have to change that. What we're going to do is make this 3 wide. Coming together. Should I get all my Alright, the next couple of things would have to be the roof and the details, but we do not have time today for that. So, I may work on that off the stream. That doesn't look right. I'm gonna have to fix that. I will fix that off stream. Or do something. I'll figure something out. Yeah, I may finish this off stream so we can put the focus back on the cathedral. What we can do nobody over here has an oxidized yet. So I doubt the others have. But we can check real quick. I don't know what time it is, so we're going to have to make this quick. Where did Frank go? Frank, sir. Don't go that way. It's dangerous. Still haven't oxidized. No! I didn't want to do that. I'm sorry. Don't look at me like that. Run. Okay. Let's actually take a look here. Because I want to see it from a distance. And it's beautiful. It's slowly coming together. I love it. But yeah, hopefully next time I can... Are you trying to push me off, Frank? That's rude. Okay, you need to... Okay, thank you. That was a little weird. Anyways, yeah. I love how it's coming together. I will definitely be looking at the details on the tower and get those plotted out for our next stream. And I will try to get as much tuff as I can because I know we ran out and we're definitely going to need that. We're also going to need some stained glass for our rose window. I think that's the only rose window we're going to have because again we're building on a smaller scale, so we don't have the side entrances, which would have been like right here, but that's okay. So another thing I need to think about is what we're going to do for the roof. I know I've keep saying that and I have yet to figure it out. So yeah, lots to do. I also need to figure out what color the floor is around the tiles, so we can go ahead and get that going. If it's a pale floor, I might make this outer part, I want to say birch, but then I think the whole floor is made out of marble. So we may have to get some more andesite, not andesite, diorite to go around the edges. And I'm not sure. The towers may be blocked off because I think it comes this way and then wraps around, and then there's, I don't know. I'm going to have to double check the pictures in the book because I don't know that there's a picture of what the inside of the towers look like. But I will double check that. Maybe Google will have something that I can use as a reference. Sorry, I need to. You need water and milk. You're selling nothing that I need. Maybe at the Lily of the Valley? I don't think we have any Lily of the Valley. Let me actually buy one of them. I don't have any emeralds over here. Never mind. I didn't want your flowers anyway. Okay. So that's going to be it for today. I know it's a shorter stream than what we usually do. But I do have to be somewhere. So yeah. I will look up those things off stream. I will try to do my best to complete some of the details on our warehouse and get as much tough as we can to get the cathedral finished, at least the front of it, because the front is the only thing that we're going to make out of tough. So we definitely need some more, that's for sure. And then I will research some more interior details on that. Hopefully, while I'm finishing the warehouse, the iron golems will oxidize. Hopefully. We'll see. But, again, tomorrow is Palea. Trying to make sure I say it right now and get used to it. I'm going to double check the time. It should be at 6 p.m. I think I might have set the wrong time on YouTube, so I will change that. It has to be at 6 p.m. like we typically do, because I have 2 appointments before that in the afternoon, so there's no way of moving it up. I eventually want to move it up and have the same time on Monday and Tuesday for streams, so both days will be at 3:30 or 3:30 in the future. That might be something we look to in 2026, because I'm still working out the schedule that I want to have so I can both maintain this and get the art shop up and running, so, and still do my 9 to 5. So we'll see. Again, I do plan on writing down all my goals for next year to share that with you all. So if there's any goals that you're thinking about doing next year you want to share, feel free to leave that in the comments. If you are enjoying my content, please feel free to leave a like. And if you want to see more of my stuff, please hit that subscribe button. But with that being said, I hope to see you all tomorrow, and I hope you all have a fantastic week. As always,